Here we are for our next economics lesson today. So we're going to be doing lesson 2, goods and services. So we got to learn a little bit about what goods and services are in the last lesson. Today we're going to get to do even more. Click the wrong button. When you go into this today, you're going to see that there's 3 parts to it. You can read this again for notes about the lesson, goods and services. And then something a little different today, we're going to have a goods and services quiz. And then there's an answer key there also. But we're going to open this up. So remember, I'm going to be just reading through kind of the slideshow, but you can always go back and reread it again after you're done watching this. Economics. I can describe expenditures as the money used to buy goods and services. I can name types of goods and services. So a couple of those things there might not make a lot of sense, but they will throughout this lesson. But goods and services, remember goods are the things that people make and you can go to the store to buy them. And a service is something that somebody does, like getting your haircut, going to a restaurant. And expenditures, basically an expenditure, that's the money you spend. So you're spending money to buy a good or get a service done for you. So some vocabulary words here. So goods, manufactured articles or products. So basically things that people make. Services, an organization for supplying some public demand or something, keeping up or repairing something. Yep, so it's like you're going to a repair shop for like a car, getting your haircut, going to a restaurant. Let's start by reviewing the word expenditure. Remember, expenditures are what people spend money on. In the last lesson, we discussed expenditures as needs and wants. In this lesson, we're going to take that one step further to discuss goods and services. So, spending money. Goods. Goods are things you can keep, eat, or use. If you go to the store and buy a new book, you get to keep the book and read it, so it is a good. Services. Services are things that someone does for you. You pay people to do work. In the summer, you might hire someone to mow your lawn. You are paying for a service. Needs and wants must also be considered when making decisions about goods and services. Making decisions about your expenditures is not easy. Remember this, economics is the study of the production and distribution of goods and services. What is your understanding of this definition now? You've learned about goods and services, but production and distribution, it looks like we have more learning to do. Okay, so that's where I want to go back and just talk a little bit more about this part again. Just click the wrong button. So, needs and wants, it's something we're going to be talking about. But basically, when you are making you have to make decisions about the things that you buy. So we have these expenditures, and really what an expenditure is you are just making a choice of how to spend your money. And you are either going to buy goods, so things that you maybe want or need, and you buy services, again, things you maybe want or need. And the difference between wants and needs, going back to this slide again, a need is something that you need to survive. Food, paying for the home that you live in, clothing. And a want is more something that it's just, you don't really need it to survive, but you really, really want it. And that's a big part of economics too, having to make those decisions. So what you're going to do now is you're going to do this goods and services quiz. So you're just going to open it up. I get to see everything. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to go to the preview view so you can see what it looks like. So on this, read each statement and decide if you're purchasing a good or a service. So you're just going to go through and decide, is it good or service, good or service, good or service, good or service. And once you actually then submit it, you will also get to see how you do on it, and you'll get to learn from the answers too. But I just want you to use that to think about goods and services and things that you might want or need. Have fun.